started the day with a familiar feeling, driving into Orchard and pulling into the public car park. Right next to Wheelock Place, this spot has been around for ages. And every time I park here, it's like stepping back into a memory. Nostalgia hits hard. The same ramps, same corners, just a little more polished over the years. Now, back in the day, finding a lot here was like striking lottery. But surprisingly, today, plenty of space. I slid right in and locked down a spot. 4 hours later, the damage came up to about $10, not bad for Orchard standards. First order of business, caffeine, or in my case, the chocolatey kind. Hit up Starbucks at Wheelock Place, grabbed a decaf chocolate drink, and caught up with a friend over good conversation. That cozy, buzzy vibe inside Starbucks never fails. Wallet took a light hit, around $8, but totally worth the sip and the chat. Next, time to sneak in a little real estate adventure. Took a stroll toward Orchard Boulevard MRT to check out an exciting upcoming launch, Upperhouse. Now this piece of land, snapped up by UOL Group at a solid $1,617 PSFPPR, and word is, the launch might start from around $3,200. PSF, Classic Prime District pricing. Expected to have around 280 units, with the first level being a commercial podium. Think cafes, boutiques, maybe even a gourmet grocer. The location? Chef's Kiss, right next to MRT and a stone's throw from Tanglin. Speaking of which, my walk took me past some Orchard icons. Tanglin Shopping Center, St. Regis Hotel, Tanglin Place, Tanglin Mall, and the Singapore Tourism Court. Orchard has this mix of glossy, modernity, and old-school charm, where high-end living meets lush greenery. Eventually made my way to Tomlinson Road to visit the Upperhouse show flat, passing by Park Nova, a gleaming new completion, and Orchard Bel Air, a longtime resident of the skyline. The contrast between old and new always reminds me of how Singapore constantly reinvents itself, yet never forgets its roots. After a good walk and a good look around, I shifted gears, traded urban glamour for nature's calm, and made my way to Bukit Timah, Singapore Botanic Gardens, our very own UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here's the best part. No entrance fee. Just step in, take a deep breath, and let the trees do their magic. The air here? Crisp, cool, clean. A gentle detox from the city buzz. I wandered through the trails, stopping by information boards that shared stories of the trees and plants around me, from towering rainforests, giants to delicate flowering shrubs, and of course, a botanic gardens. Visit wouldn't be complete without doing a little nature trail hike. Along the way, spotted some familiar locals, chickens, strutting like they own the place, and a monitor lizard, minding its own business near the water's edge. Nature Singapore style.
Craving lobster, and all roads led to Novotel Stevens, where they were running a 1-for-1 lobster buffet for SAFRA members. Naturally, I couldn't resist. Unlimited lobster. Say less. But let's just say the excitement didn't exactly translate to the buffet table. The selection was on the leaner side, and yeah, I get it. It's a lobster-themed buffet, not an international spread. But here's the kicker. The only lobsters available were slipper lobsters, done in a few styles, and a single serving of Boston lobster, one per guest, and then poof, gone. Now, I've been to other buffets that roll out the Boston lobsters like they're on a mission. So in comparison, this felt a little underwhelming. That said, they did try to jazz things up. Slipper lobster mala, black pepper, cold chilled, and even a version drenched in chili crab sauce, which, I'll admit, was a solid local twist. Damage-wise, one person's share would normally set you back $150 plus, but with the SAFRA promo, it worked out to $75 per pax. Not terrible for the experience, but honestly, probably a one-time indulgence for me unless they decide to upgrade the lobster game next round.